So yeah, right, so I'm just waiting on this hunter's cabin. We've got to get some hunters and go hunting for, I was going to say dogs, but that's not right. No. Silly SirBrewAlot. Talking rubbish as always. Right, so yeah, as I was saying, this storage cart is, oh, it's not as full now. They're using up resources. Good. So we've still got plenty of logs. And we've got quite a lot of stone there as well, which is good. So we're just waiting on that fishery to come in as well with the hunter's cabin. I can't say that straight now. For those of you who are watching, yes, I'm from the southwest, and there's a bit of accent like that. No, that's wrong. Yeah, anyway, sorry. I'll shut up. So here we go, here comes some more crazy weather. But I like that. I like the gatherer's hut nestled away in the trees there. That's really cool. I'm just waiting on this cabin. I'm kind of like, come on. They need some venison and they need some fur. Fur for their feet and faces. Faces? Well, they could grow beards for that. Not the women. Well, I don't know. No. Yes, well, they could all have capes as well. Sorry, my mic went a bit crazy there. They could all have capes. Say that with a soft sibilance. And float around. Yes. Does it waft or does it float? That is the question. I'm really wittering on here. I'm just waiting on this cabin. I want this hunter's cabin. We need to go hunt some deer and stuff. Because then when you got that, you can keep yourself warm. Or no, you can make some stew with your mushrooms and taters and stuff, which is good. That's what we want. Come on, what are they doing? They're sort of milling around having a chat, aren't they? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first winter of SirBrewAlot Town. I really hope all my forward planning is going to work. So the hunting cabin is going up, but is it going up a little too late? I don't know. Have the deer all run away? I'm not a hunter, so I don't know what they do in the winters. I mean, do they just go, right, that's it, come on Gerald, let's go and find a sofa somewhere and sit down with a hot chocolate. We're done with all this gallivanting around in the middle of nowhere. They're posh deer out here. They're posh deer, indeed. Yes. Jeremy. So it's Jeremy and Gerald are hunters. The deer that the hunters are going to try and catch throughout this Let's Play. Oh dear. Wow, look at that. So, okay, we're waiting. Oh, that's going up as well. The storage barn is on its way. How about the fishery? We need some fish. I want to make some fish stew. Or a fish pie. Oh, actually, yes, a fish pie. Because they got potatoes as well. There we go. The hunting cabin is almost on its way. I like the fact that it puts foundations down first. Because you can kind of go... You know, it's a nice little touch. It's quite a quaint little game. No, I really do like it. I haven't played a good sim type game for a long time, so I'm glad that I get to play this one. And you're playing it along with me, which is fantastic. All from the comfort of your own sofa. Yes. There's another tree being felled somewhere in the distance. These guys don't hang about. I like this. I am the mayor of SirBrewAlot Town, and my SirBrewAlotians are working hard. We like this. We like this very much. Ah, there's some guys going down on the left there, down to the fishery, so it shouldn't be too much longer. Let's just check this out. There we go. They're just bringing some resources there, so it won't be too much longer. How much longer on this one? They are hanging about. After all that, I've been bigging them up, and they're just like, oh yeah, cool. Well, we'll just sit down then, if we're that good. No. Only on level 2, come on. We need a roof on that. Otherwise it'll be a bit windy. A windy hunter's cabin. And not after a curry. no, this will be wind from the wind source. What am I on about? Oh dear. There we go, it's going up now. Fantastic. I'm really glad about that. And you can see in the top left there that the storage barn is going up as well. Oh, another heavy snowstorm. Have you got your shovels at the ready? So I need to assign, I'm going to bring that down and put 2 guys in there because I know that I've got some spare labourers. Just going to double check what I've got in the way of labour. Yes, I've got 3 labourers, 4 builders, 2 gatherers, 2 hunters, 1 woodcutter. And we're going to need some fishermen soon because that is on its way. So I think I'm going to release a couple of builders in a moment. But I won't do it just yet because we need to get this built. But once that's built, I'm going to release a couple of builders and they can become fishermen and bring in some haddock, salmon, bream. I don't know, what other fish would grow in a river? I don't know, you know. I went fishing years ago as a kid and I came back rather deflated after catching nothing but a twig all day. It wasn't later that someone pointed out there was no fish in the small puddle that I was trying to fish in. Anyway, yeah, good times. But no, I've got 2 telescopic fishing rods that I bought a couple of years ago and I haven't gone fishing yet. Which is a bit silly really, it's a bit of a waste of money, but they're there waiting to be used. I just need to get out. It's always the fishing season that I forget about and then I'm like, oh, it's gone now. There we go, storage barn is up, covered in snow, looking very quaint, which is good. Oh, come on now guys. Oh no, they're working hard. They've built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be their 9th building in 1 year. So they are working very fast. And these aren't flat pack homes. No, these aren't the quick build homes that we see popping up all over UK and Europe nowadays. No, these are the original timber frames, deep foundations, cut without electricity, may I have you add. Our SirBrewAlotians are hard grafters. They've got calluses on their calluses and yes, they certainly all deserve a builder's brew. Dearie me, I am talking nonsense, I do apologise. I will try and keep my commentary to a little bit more of a minimum. I'm just enjoying this game. It's really nice and relaxing. So there we go, it's going up. Fishing dock is almost at ready. I need to release a couple of builders from their daily grind and do something else of their daily grind. So I'll put 1 guy in there. Do I want just 1? Yeah, I'm going to keep 1. I was going to... no, I'm going to put 2 in. 2 is better because actually we need a constant supply of food, and if we don't get it, then that's not good and I don't want to take that chance. So there we go. We've now got meat, fur, mushrooms, potatoes, nuts, pines, nettles, goodness knows what else you do when you gather, daisies, fish, wood, stone, and I might gather up that iron in a bit as well. So there, look, venison and leather as well. So they can have leather shoes, which is fantastic. But yeah, I might, because we got some leather, I'm thinking and actually one thing is keeping an eye on your resources as well, because they start off with a certain number of tools, but for each job they do, obviously their tools will like age and decay and break and stuff, so they obviously need more tools for the job. To get more tools for the job, you need a what's it called? Blacksmiths, and that is what I'm looking for at the moment. Sorry, where is it? Well, that's yes, there we go, blacksmiths. That's what we want. And I definitely think we need one of those. Tailor, not quite yet. We've got enough fur and stuff like that, so they can keep themselves warm. So I'm going to put in a blacksmith's. Where do I want it? That is the question. So we've got a nice L shape. I want to keep with that. Like, this could be sort of like a square. But I want it butted up there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I quite like that actually. Let's keep it on the same line. He says, and moves it all over the place, and we're low on firewood. But I'm not worried because we've got a guy working hard. So there we go. We've got a blacksmith in place there. I'm not going to use him just yet. I could put a tailor's down as well, but I'm not that bothered at the moment. It's going to all come back and bite me in the ankles. But for now, I'm just going to let them start working away at the blacksmiths, because I think tools are more important at this stage. Because if we run out of tools, then the building process will take so long. And I think I might think about putting some other houses down at some point as well, because they do sort of populate quite quickly, these guys. So they're hard workers in many senses of the word. Stop it. So that's good, and we want, you know, more population, because higher the population, the more stuff we can do as well. And as the game progresses, we can also you know, start making stone buildings and stone bridges and schools and chapels and cemeteries. There's a T in there somewhere. So there's a lot you can start doing as well. So they're fine, they're doing their job. Hunter's cabin, gatherer's hut, yeah. They're still chopping trees down. Also, yes, I know that we got a lot of trees, but really we want to try and start sustaining our trees as well. And one way you can do that is by putting in, where is it now? That's the wrong button. Yes, that's the one. One of these, Forester's Lodge. And I'm going to put it just here because he can sustain all of these trees nearby. And what it does is that he will go down and just willy-nilly. I can't believe I just said that. Just casually. There we go. That's a better word. He will casually go and chop trees down, but as he chops them down, he will replant them as well, which is really good. We do want that. So they should start cracking on with that one soon, so that we've got a sustainable resource of firewood, but also building materials as well. That's what we want. So I'm going to get one more gatherer as well, because I really want, you know, we're in the dead of winter here. Yes, it's 3 out of 4. I'm going to just drop that so it's 3 out of 3. As you can tell by the music and the wind, we're in the dead of winter, and if we start making mistakes now, then it will really show, and that's something I don't want to do. It's tense, ladies and gentlemen. Tense, like a campsite. Even though it's not a campsite because they progressed into wooden buildings. But I really want to get as much firewood as possible, because these guys do actually burn through it quite quickly. Yeah, stockpile is depleted a bit, so I want to make sure. I also want to get this iron here, because that's kind of in the middle of stuff. So if we tell them to grab all of that, that'd be really good, because iron will help us when we come to build the the blacksmiths as well. Oh, brilliant! We're through the winter. We have made it through the winter with no complaints, no colds, no fevers, and everyone has got a full and fat belly, which is fantastic. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. SirBrewAlot Town has made it through the first winter. Whoa, with a lot of. Well, they were cold, and they had other ways of keeping themselves warm by the looks of things. Right. Yeah, as you can tell, that arrow there on the wood chopper, it shows that the wood is depleted somewhat. So I think we need to make these guys some more houses, because yeah, we don't want them living in cramped conditions if they don't have to be. My goodness, the weather changes fast. What speed have I got it on? Probably quite fast, knowing me. Now, where do I want it? Do I want it? No, I'm gonna, you know, I want a similar sort of house. Is that the right one? No. Is that the right? Yeah. No, I don't know. Is it? I can't remember. Yes, there we go. That's what I want. Now, do I want? I'm going to separate it out so that you've got a bit of a gap between the. I can never remember what it's called. Blacksmiths. So you've got sort of a dwellment and then a sort of a service area and then a bit more dwelling as well. So I'm going to just. Did that work? Oh. No, it didn't. Oh, it's quite annoying. Yes, I know there's no firewood. Hush your pants. Sorry, I don't know what I was all about there. There we go. So I'm going to pop one there. And that will give a home to 4 extra people. Yeah, which is good. So that should start going. So you've got 2 logs there. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, there's a few there, but once they start bringing in those trees that I told them to go and grab a minute ago, but as you can tell, the sort of the production of gathering trees and rocks has slowed dramatically because I've used up most of my labourers. So that's one thing that you want to be aware of as well, is not assigning too many people to specific jobs if you don't have to. And I've kind of gone and done that. So there's not a lot of, oh, look at this, we've got a lot of food there and nothing in there. I thought they would, well, we'll leave that, and once it gets to 100 then maybe they'll start pushing things into the barn and we can get rid of the small cart eventually. I don't want to tell it to delete it in case you lose all your resources. I don't know. I'm going to have to read up on that and see if that happens, because if it... oh, brilliant, the Forester's Lodge is almost going up. We've got all the resources we need, just a few tools. So I really do want to get that blacksmith up as well. And I'm going to assign a forester, which means even less labourers. Oh dear, we're down to 1. He must be very tired. Bring me fish. Hang on, I'm just putting logs over here. I want stone. Oh, hang on, I've only got 1 pickaxe. Sorry. Why am I apologising? It's my channel. I'm going to whistle on like I wish. There we go. The sun is out. There goes the tree. This is good. This is all good. And eventually I want to put a quarry in as well. I mustn't forget that. That'll be good. And then I want to think about perhaps putting some trade in and things like that as well. Oh, roads as well. Oops, sorry about that. It's my mic again. Oh, come on now. I thought that would be up by now. Mind you, you've only got a couple of builders, so they're probably like, don't want a builder's break. They're having their butties, having their venison sandwiches. Oh, just leaning casually on a rock, getting soaked in the rain. That's alright, they're hardy folk. Rain doesn't bother them. They are SirBrewAlotian's, and, well, this is a town of harded? No, this is a town of weather-resistant town folk. We don't get put off by the rain. No. What's rain? You just wrap up warm and deal with it when you get indoors, eventually. There we go. The rains have moved on. That's one thing I want to do as well. You can have orchards and pastures as well. And I'd like to have some sheep, just casually barring away, and some cows. Because I think sheep bring wool, and wool is good for many things, and cows bring milk as well, which is excellent. So we definitely want some of that as well. So there we go. The Forester's Lodge is up. We've already assigned a forester, and he should get straight on it and start knocking down trees and planting them as well. Which is really good. I'm really glad about that. Have I done it actually? No, I thought I did. Oh, silly me. Hang on a minute. So I'm going to release a couple of builders. That's given me 2... yeah. I'm getting confused. So yeah, but it is a really accessible menu. Look at these guys, they are a big family. But they've got plenty of resources, which is good. I'm just going to check on these. There's 3 of them there. They've got plenty of... oh, look at that. Loads of fish, loads of produce. Oh, I'm happy. It's worked. My method has worked, and I'm really glad to see that. So we've got enough sort of resource. Oh, I just really want some more logs for that guy to chop, because we're a little low now. But hopefully the Forester's Lodge should help with that. The storage cart is looking nice and full as well. Once these trees have chopped down, we should get a few more there, and we'll get some iron, which will help build the... 42% complete. Excellent. That's really good. That is really, really, really good. Oh, I'm excited, everyone. SirBrewAlot Town is taking on, and it's just pushed through its first winter with a lot of resources to spare, which is really, really good. Really good. It does rain a lot, actually, in this game. But that's good, I guess, because you know, it feeds the grass and the trees, and you know, hopefully they're not in a valley and they all get flooded every 2 years. That would suck. But yeah, this is good. I'm marvelling at what I've done, and yeah. I'm allowed. I'm the mayor of SirBrewAlot Town. I can marvel at my town, so I am. I am marvelling at my town. It's good to marvel, and not just the comics. Really bad joke there. Oh dear. Shush. Yes, so... oh, they're not incredibly happy. They're a bit annoyed there. We've only got 4 happinesses out of 5. But we're into late spring here, so we're well on our way to summer, which is really good. If those guys keep chuddering away, gathering berries and goodness knows what, and catching deer, elk, it's probably the same thing, isn't it? I'm not a wildlife expert either, so yeah. Well, there we go. There we go. We have officially done the coldest quarter of the year, all the way back through to summer, which is where we started on episode 1, which is brilliant. I'm really chuffed with this.